a marathon runner who's almost ran every marathon in the world. That's incredible. A huge round of applause for that. A man with a true passion. Sir, I would like to know, when you are on that last quarter of the marathon, you almost perhaps go into a state of trance. Talk us through that last quarter, sir, when you have to dig so deep inside you physically, mentally. I'm fascinated by that time when it's more than a physical experience. Please talk us through that, sir.
I think the last lap, probably after 30 kilometers, 32, for some it is 34, but typically 30, 32 because you typically train only up to 32 kilometers. You run only because all others are running. It's just that you're running with tens of thousands of people, and that just carries through. Physically your body is crying, especially if you're not trained very well. Even if you're trained exceedingly well, weather may not be good that day, there may be wind, there may be a hot sun. Very seldom you get a race where everything goes perfectly. Most often than not, something goes against you, or you develop cramps, you develop dehydration, something happens. And so the last lap is quite hard, and you run just getting support from all the cheering you get and all the other people, fellow runners. You get a lift. That's why I always say marathon is a team sport. Many people think that it's a lone sport. It's not. It's a team sport.
I have many more questions, sir. Please, sir, please. I genuinely want to know. Sir, I'm always wanting to improve myself as a professional, so I can be more high output, so I can achieve excellence more efficiently. And I find this one department in the way that I work that I really need improvement and advice in, is time management. Somebody of your stature has probably aced that over the years. Please give me some tips, or us all, tips and advice on time management, sir.
Sir, I believe one thing. Tension nahi lene ka, gyan nahi dene ka. So if I can have a 10% of the energy that I see you exhibit, life will be different. I don't know how you do it. Let's give it up for Ranveer.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I'm not just to be speaking with you. I would like to tell you, sir, there is one thing common between you and me that I've discovered today. Till I don't lift weights, no, sir, even I don't feel that groundedness and that centered feeling. Every morning I have to lift and punish the metal. लोहा पेलने का फिर लगता है हाँ मैं जिंदा हूँ. Also, sir, I'm at a strange crossroads in my life where I don't know. I'm a little bit confused about my own life choices. I feel like I want to build a legacy. I think this is what I want. This is my desire and ambition for myself personally. I want to build a legacy. I want to look back on a great filmography and a contribution to the arts and to entertainment and feel like I contributed something, that my body of work may live on beyond, that I entertained people while I was there. And sometimes I feel like, does that require from morning to night, from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep, a singular focus? Every ounce, every iota of my time and energy is devoted towards trying to achieve that one thing versus achieving it through a balance in life. More time for oneself, more time for friends, more time for family. I don't know whether, there is almost like there are two sides to me. One guy who wants to be singularly focused doing one thing only, and another guy who thinks it may be wiser to live a more balanced life. Few words on that, sir.
I know you have a long career ahead, but I still want to already tell you that whatever you want to achieve, already achieved. So already you have made a mark, and already
thank you, sir.
You have you established yourself in more than one way. See, at least from my perspective, I think the two things you are saying is not contrary, I feel. I feel focus doesn't mean that you don't do other things. At least I find that my focus gets better and I get better solutions if I'm more balanced. If I just go at it, go at one thing like a maniac, I don't think I get an optimal output.
Thank you, sir. I think I have my answer. Thank you so much, sir. I had to hear it from somebody like you. I'm chasing it like a maniac now, you know, and I feel like there may be a better, more balanced way to do this. I promise you guys that I only have his time and attention right now, so I'm going to ask everything I want to ask, or at least some of it. So lastly, my beloved Hindi film fraternity and industry is in a state of confusion and flux at the moment, you know. Some of our big ticket films, some of my films even, are not really being received at the box office. A lot has happened in the time of the pandemic. Entertainment consumption has changed, I believe, irrevocably. And coming out of the pandemic, to see this kind of response to some of the content, some of our products that we are putting out is worrying. And right now, everybody has just been big question mark on their forehead कि क्या करना है भैया, ये नहीं काम कर रहा है, वो नहीं काम कर रहा है. So everybody is in a state of flux and confusion. Nobody really has the answer. And there are some other products that are working, perhaps, you know, action movies and stuff. So everybody thinks now that is the answer, you know, to make action films. So when the entire industry is in a state of confusion and flux, not knowing what the audience wants, do you have any advice for us as a collective?
Sir, I have zero knowledge about film industry. Zero. Absolutely zero. Negative knowledge.
Okay, some general knowledge, sir. जब ये ऐसा टाइम आता है, total confusion है, किसी को नहीं पता क्या करना चाहिए, आप बताओ.
I think I go back to my earlier statement. Tension नहीं लेने का, ज्ञान नहीं करेंगे.
वीडियो पसंद आया तो हमें लाइक, कमेंट, शेयर और सब्सक्राइब जरूर करें.